brain automatically goes, wait a minute, like I want this to be cohesive. I want to hear it as one unison. So brain entrainment starts, like it really synchronizes the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. And if you have an offset of the frequency associated with the note, then you create binaural beat toning.
I see. So because I'm like a nerd, I was watching a lot of water documentaries with fork tuning and like how it changes the flow of the water, like it regulates it based on the tune of the fork, basically.
Yes.
Which I always feel like my nervous system, like I can feel literally the flow like in my body. Like I don't know. Do you think there's something in the fork, or like why is it that, or maybe everybody's bodies are just differently, so people are going to respond?
It's a combination of different things. Everyone's going to be very unique. And this is why music is so powerful. Like, and I'm a big advocate in people's healing journeys. When they see me, is I'll give a tip, make a playlist of music that is uplifting to you. It puts you in like, you feel like a little kid, or music that kind of makes you feel like, I'm really just not in the mood today, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, a little third eye blind, like just kind of slows you down, or classical music. But music's very powerful because we are tuned to it. We're vibrationally connected with it in every aspect, and it influences our emotions so much. So when it comes to the aspect of the tuning fork versus a piano, your field may be more sensitive. It's more tapped in to the vibration that the tuning fork is producing because it's so direct. I'm within your field. I'm right by the sides of your ears. Depending on how the piano is being played, the combinations, the keys, maybe it's the song, maybe it's the way the keys produce the sound isn't your vibe necessarily. But that doesn't say that maybe if you heard the cello, like I'm very deeply connected to the sound of strings. I love the sound of the cello. I am not a fan of the sound of trumpets.
Same.
It's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But it's most likely the way that the sound travels, the vibration,
I see.
the pitch, the way it hits your field, the pitch range. It just doesn't vibe with you. You don't sync with it.
Yeah.
And sometimes with tuning forks, I have done tuning fork work with people where it's too much. There's certain tones that pitches that they it's just like, it creates dissonance for them, and that's where their body responds in a way where it's just like, I don't like that. It's the energy push off to it. So I have to pivot to something a little bit different. I'm like, okay, maybe this is the high pitch. It needs to be more lower. Generally, rule of thumb, anything that's grounding, like drum beats, like gongs, deep vibrations, we tap in very quickly too. It gets a little tricky with as we starting to go up on the interval. Yes.
I see.
So it just depends. Everyone's a little bit different, but and this is why I always test the ears a little bit just to see where the person's at. And I always have that communication. Just let me know how that sounds. And it's the same even with singing bowls. Some people don't vibe with it.
Very interesting. So with all of these modalities, fork tuning, sound bowls, the Tibet bowls, etc., how do you yourself, like which one resonates most with you, or like how do you yourself like self-regulate? Like what's your go-to for your own nervous system?
It's a little bit of everything, but I'll be completely honest. I do like my crystal singing bowls and my tuning forks, but it's really shower, when I'm in the shower, water.
The sound of water.
Sound of water, being in the water. If I'm able and find the time to go out to the beach, that's my biggest. You just get so many different effects from water. One, if you're sitting in front of it at the ocean, it's the rhythmic sound of the waves crashing. That is so soothing for me, and that alone also creates the brain entrainment too, because it's this pattern, you go in the flow state, your mind automatically wants to mimic it. It picks up on it. Your body flows with it. And when I was saying the shower, it's like late at night. I like to, even if I'm not getting home late, I like getting in the shower when there's no disturbance in the house. And I just imagine I'm just being cleansed. So it's like shower cleansing. So not necessarily, oh, I'm going to wash up, but just being able to just
Release.
just let it, and just feeling, the water just like clear. I feel like it just removes everything literally from my field.
Wow.
Like that's like my a lot of people would think it was like, it'll be my modalities.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really is. It's always been water, or because I'm a night owl, I like to sit on my patio, just being in the dark with minimal light and just under natural moonlight. So I'm
Very
also
simple.
a little moonlight bather. But yeah, those are kind of like my main things. And also, most importantly, the solitude of it.
Yeah.
Being disconnected. I'm not with people. I'm not being overwhelmed by other people's energy. So the disconnect and the flow of water.
I love that. That's so funny. I myself like love being by the ocean, but sometimes the energy is like too much for me. I'm like the loner that like goes off a mile away from everyone because
Same.
I don't want
I
all
understand
the
that.
noise.
No, I understand that. Best time, and when I would do like beach sound baths, it's really in the morning. I had to tap into people that like that, because I mean, when you're in Santa Monica, the marine layer, it's pretty cool. Like, it's not comfortable for everyone, but it's really good if you go in the morning, like early before it gets busy, the foot traffic, and it's beneficial because of the cool air and the salt water. Like, the negative ions are positive for us, so it resets us. So it's really nice. So just even taking a walk along the beach, there's so much research and medical research and benefits of just doing like walking in nature, specifically like being by the beach and hearing it.
Is that how you would feel you find balance within the chaos of life, LA?
Definitely. Another way that is really nice too is I like to just go for nice long drives. Like, I'm a midnight girl. I'm a night owl. So I like driving through the canyons, because it's like, okay, the stones, like looking at the mountains and everything. It just
Late at
feels
night.
like late at night.
Sounds
It's just
scary.
great. It's actually quite exciting.
Okay.
It's because that's like my grounding, just being like traveling like through Earth in a way.
I guess like the adventure, the unknown.
And it's
A gorilla
mysterious.
pops up and you don't know.
Well, I hope there's no gorillas popping out
coyote, I don't
in
know.
LA on Topanga Canyon or on PCH. I hope not. But yeah, I do find that being able to go into like a nice flow state, and what I'll do is I'll play other classical music or just something that doesn't have any lyrics in it.
How nice.
And it's really nice to just have all the windows down and just have the cool air that way.
I like that. What advice would you give to somebody that wants to do the same work, that wants to go into sound healing, that wants to maybe leave their medical career and do something more spiritual, or just in general, like that transition, that like going after your passion?
Oh, that's a good one. Honestly, I would say explore for yourself first. You are going to be the best guinea pig, and it's really going to unlock where you're going to be able to connect a little bit deeper with your clients, with people, especially because you're holding a space for people that are coming in that are going to be vulnerable. They're going to be trusting what you do. Even if they have experience in it, it's going to be new for them one-on-one with you as the individual. But find the modality not because it's trendy, because you see its overall benefit, and apply it to yourself first. Explore your weaknesses and things that you feel like you need your own healing for. And as you educate yourself, and not only just your awareness of what your needs are for healing. But when you start to hold space, it's just going to make it so much better. And just stay true to it. Be curious and always learn. And don't listen and follow the trends. Really tap into the intuitive aspect of it, because that's what's going to make the person very powerful and very unique in the modality.
Isn't it interesting? I love that. I love that. But I think you just like, it's been like going through my mind about how like we educate ourselves. We work really hard in essence to serve others. So if we're not serving ourselves first, right? Educating ourselves properly, nourishing ourselves properly, like it almost comes organically to want to help others, and it comes in the most like authentic way.
Yes.
Because you've internally learned it yourself. So that's a really cool way to, I think.
It's important to be your authentic self. And I feel like it's hard right now, especially within our culture. We're so like Instagram, you know, our social media, like we just see the version, like all these, it's almost like a template of this is what the healers is, and this is what, you know, the athletic person at the gym looks like, you know, or the business person. So when we naturally are starting to awaken to want to like venture out and do something, like, especially, let's just focus on this world of healing. I feel it's just so important for people just to block out what you think the healer is, or the image, or the tools that the person may have, and just really just incorporate it for you and feel its power for yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you learn how to hold space for yourself, like you just mentioned, you're going to know how to hold space for others, especially when it starts to becoming larger groups, because you're going to feel your energy pull. You need to know what your energetic boundaries are going to be, like your structuring, like how deep are you willing to go within your healing modality for another person. If that I hope that makes sense.
Positive all the time. I see.
I try to go deep. It's not easy, and you know, and it's not easy to be honest, to be positive all the time. It's still a work in progress every day. I have a lot of highs and I have a lot of lows, and but it all comes back to my disconnect. And sometimes people, when I say disconnect, they take it the wrong way. They think of like, oh, you're hiding, you're a hermit. And it's like, no, there's a lot of power in actually saying that, like, I'm going to become a hermit for 5 days or maybe
my favorite
a week.
Time of year.
It's just like, like it gives you a chance, becoming a hermit in that context that I'm putting it in. It is good because it's actually a reset, and it is good for your nervous system because you get to purge. You have the chance to purge and go through your emotions. So, I like it. And then I incorporate all my fun stuff so I can come out and I can hold space again. Because if I'm not right, I won't hold space. I will reach out to a client and tell them,
you've done that to me before.
I will reschedule and say, hey, I'm not, because it is an energy transfer, and these tools are amplifiers, and I can extend that into your field no matter how much grounding that I do, because we're human. We're very powerful that way.
No, it's, I even say this like on the podcast, like the people that are on the podcast, like are the people that energetically, like I just like vibe with, that I respect, and that like feel like a genuine, like they're not going to be a bad vibe.
Like, don't, like,
they bring out the best in me, basically.
And that's good. And that's it's so important. Like when we interact, like we honestly, like, just to kind of be that much more of a little bit of a geek, like we're literally walking tuning forks, because we have an energy field, we have a biofield, and whether you want to call it your quantum or your auric field, but we do, and science has tapped into it. One woman that I study her work, her name's Eileen McCusick, and she's the one that actually put it to the test, like said, hey, we actually do have a biofield. She stumbled across it with the tuning forks, anywhere 6 to 12 feet. But that saying where they would be like, have you ever been in a room full of people and there's that one person that walks in, they either shift the room magnetically, or it changes the whole tone of the room, where you're like, ooh, everyone's feeling a little, or you kind of feel it, like you might get goosebumps, or you're feeling thereby what's in their field, and it's impacting into the space. And that's how we navigate. We're intuitively tapped into that. Sometimes we're just a little out of tune.
I think it takes people to figure that out, though, right? Because I think before I surrounded myself, I think, with the right people, I would allow everyone in. I didn't have a boundary. I didn't know
Same.
what that was. I didn't know what the protective bubble meant. And yeah, it wasn't good. And now I'm very mindful of like who comes into the bubble. And it's made a world of a difference. So thank you for being one of those people
Oh,
to help
thank you.
the bubble.
The bubble. Yeah, I am in the business of clearing bubbles, helping to regulate your nervous system. But yeah, overall, from starting from your first question, my journey in, it's about learning about the nervous system and taking care of it, and nervous system conditioning. And that's what my whole practice is about, because it is not fun when you have a nervous breakdown. Your body literally screams and you're in pain, and it's really hard too. So this is what I do, and this is also the reason why I love being at the studio that I'm at. And that's where I would really encourage people who are interested in learning more or wanting to find me is at it's a studio called The Breathing Room. That was created by this. I'm just in awe of her. Her
Same.
name's Dr. Miranda Bowe. She's a psychologist, and she's creating a ripple in the tide of what we view as healing within the modalities that we have established right now that we know, but focusing on the power of vibration and sound and how this can regulate our nervous system and tune us, literally tune us.
Yeah.
So this is where my tuning forks complement with the services, but using state-of-the-art technologies that are scientifically backed, medically backed, research backed to bring this all together. And that is literally my passion. So now, even though I have Healing Vibes with Nature, it's really The Breathing Room combined collaborative with Healing
that.
Vibes with Nature. And I uphold that studio so high in regard.
Yeah.
Because it's a game changer. It's incorporating my modality that I do. And it's just, it is mind blowing. I feel
No,
like
it
that's
is.
another podcast to talk
Yeah.
about it.
No,
Because I
it
can talk
totally
about that
is.
place all day long.
Yeah.
But I like to gear people to come there first, because it's all encompassing. It's a full blend experience.
And you're also at the W on Saturdays.
So the Breathing Room is in collaboration with the W Hotel. So every other Saturday, so I'll do a sound bath out there on their terrace. It is
beautiful.
in the morning. So for people that aren't not a morning person, trust me, like even if you're sleepy, it's actually quite good. Just make yourself get up, have your coffee, come out. The cool air resets you. And this
Yeah.
is kind of, we'll dabble into people liking cold plunges. I understand laying out on a terrace at 9 a.m. isn't equivalent to a cold plunge, but in terms of working with
Totally.
cool air temperature, cold temperatures. But and then I do Airbnb experiences
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
I didn't know
So
about
I
this.
travel through there. I've been hosting since 2019 there.
Cool.
So Healing Vibes with Nature really is, it's where I bring my skill set and I blend it with other companies or businesses. And it's just about really diversifying what people know about traditional like sound healing that they might just get at a regular studio.
Makes sense. I like that.
Yeah.
So what's next? Are you thinking, I feel like you need more podcasts. Maybe you need your own podcast on like, sound.
Yes. So I'll be honest with you. I'm quite camera shy.
Oh, well, thank you for being here. So am I, actually.
So sorry, everyone, not looking at you at the camera. Like I can be quite camera shy. No, I would like to start my own podcast. So that would be something I would like to learn. A lot of people have been requesting it. YouTube, trying to build up more of a social media presence. It's hard for me to really navigate Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't, excuse me, I don't feel authentic.
Same.
And I have literally deleted my Instagram, reactivated it multiple times. Now it's active. I'm leaving it alone. But yeah, that's kind of the next thing. But I would just love to travel more with my services. Right now, I really want to see it more grow in the success of the studio that I'm at right now, because it's so unique.
Yeah.
And it's really going to change the way that we handle our self-care.
Totally.
And I honestly, that has been my primary investment focus.
Yeah.
And everything I still do on my side independently, but I'm really just open to wherever it goes. I'm not saying no to any opportunities.
That's great.
So I just tell people, just kind of like, we'll see.
No, it is. We'll see.
We'll see.
It's life. We'll see.
Wherever the tide turns, like that's
Yeah.
where I'm going to flow. I'm just going with the flow with it. I'm no longer
that.
restricting.
Yeah. So besides the breathing room, where else can we find you? Well, the W Hotel every other
W
week.
Hotel every other week.
What's your Instagram handle?
Healing Vibes with Nature.
Well, thank you so much for being here
Thank
and
you.
for being part of my life and just who you are as a person. Seriously, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, and thanks for having me.